When you think about all the pornography out there that's available online these days, and there's all kinds of stuff there, much of it for free, how do you guys compete? How do you distinguish yourself from everything else available?
Well, quality is what's important today. I think people are becoming much more selective, but Hustler's grown steadily for 40 years, and not because of the magazine, but because of diversification. We've gone into casino gaming, broadcast television, retail. We have a huge internet presence, and this diversification, I think, makes the company much more appealing than it would have been, say, 20 years ago. We are, after all, the largest adult entertainment company in the world by far. We're the #1 content provider for cable and satellite television around the world. We go into 67 different countries. So we're not just a magazine where a lot of people tend to think that that's the essence of the company, but it's really not.
But Larry, what's the sales pitch? If you do IPO, you're more than a magazine, you are a TV network, but you're an internet channel, and there's so much free pornography on the internet. What are people going to buy into if you do go public?
Yeah, but these people that are putting all this free pornography on the internet, they're just desperate, you know. They're trying to squeeze a profit out. This is gonna disappear. We see it. We've seen it happening, and
I'm
recently.
sorry, Larry. The pornography that's free online is going to disappear?
Yeah, it will disappear because the consumers are people that enjoy pornography. You know,
there's a lot of people who enjoy free porn.
Well, but the thing about it is people like quality. And now, see, it used to be pornography was something that men watched alone. Now couples are watching it together. I mean, the country needs to wake up and realize that.
Let me ask you about Playboy. In your view, what did Playboy do wrong, and how do you make sure that you don't make similar mistakes?
Well, I know Hef, and I think I know what motivates him. I think he always wrapped his pornography in social redeeming articles, you know, on that quest for respectability. But still, yet he was always in the pornography business, and I think he was very much embarrassed by that, and he would have preferred to have been the publisher of Time magazine rather than the publisher of Playboy. Me, I don't have any pretensions. I know what I do, and I like what I do.
All right, Larry, you know the man you are. Let's say you go out and you raise $500 million. What specifically are you going to do with that money?
We'll probably expand both gaming and broadcast. Those are our most profitable entities. In the last 2 years, we've acquired 2 broadcast companies, Sapphire Media in London and New Frontier in Boulder, Colorado, and we're getting a 35% return on our investment in those companies. So broadcast is very good for us.
Gaming's
and casino
tough,
gaming.
Gaming's tough. I mean,
Pardon?
We've seen a lot of casino companies really struggle in this environment, especially when you can pretty much game wherever you want these days.
Yeah, well, we're having a record year at our casino. I agree with you on one thing. And expanding in the casino gaming business, you have to be more geographically conscious than you were before, because a lot of states have now legalized gaming. So competition can be much more fierce in those areas. It's not just Vegas, you know.
Well, then if you can raise this kind of money, would you potentially look to buy one of these distressed properties in Atlantic City? It seems like there's a new one on the block every day.
I'll stay as far away from Atlantic City as I can get.
It's too low end.
Yeah, you're about quality, right? But you mentioned the importance of quality, and we know how much is available online right now. You mentioned that, you know, Hugh Hefner really made an effort to attain respectability. To a certain extent, isn't that what you're also doing, though, Larry, by saying that yours is a quality product versus everything else that's out there?
Yeah, quality smut, you know. That's right. We do what we do. We pride ourselves in the quality.
All right, then what's the timing? The IPO market is very, very hot right now. Do you want to get this done in the next 12 months?
We're exploring it now. It looks really good. We don't have to go public. We want to see if the numbers make sense.
Mm-hmm. So you could raise it in the private markets?
Well, we don't. We're not. We've got a lot of cash on hand right now, and we feel we're in a position to call the shots. If our underwriters are happy, then we'll probably do it.
You know, there's been a huge uptick in the number of socially conscious funds out there in the last couple of years. Larry, are you concerned that some people will say, you know what, I'm not going near this just because of what this company represents and what it does?
Yeah, there'll be that, but there'll also be the guy that we helped make it through puberty when we first started Hustler that will like to own a few shares of stock. So one offsets the other, I think.